Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome and thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made these 3 gorgeous Dollar Tree DIYs. I am loving these Christmas decorations and I want to show you guys how I made them. I would also like to invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and hit that little bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. For this first DIY, you're going to need some of this brilliant silver spray paint and then also these Christmas decorations. They're like wire Christmas trees and they come in a set of 2. You will also need 2 of these smaller glass bowls and 3 of these pillar candle holders. They come in silver and gold and I chose the silver ones. And a package of these acrylic gems or the little river rocks, like the clear river rocks, whatever you guys can get your hands on. So I'm going to take 2 of the pillar candle holders, and I'm going to go ahead and glue the bottoms together. So the bottoms are going to be the ones that have the label on them. I went ahead and took my ornament and cut off that piece at the top, the one that has a little circle, and then after I took that off, I flattened the top of the star. And then I clipped off the wire stand on the little tree. For my acrylic gems, I went ahead and placed a couple of them in that stand and I hot glued them down, and that's going to serve as my base. I did put a little bit of hot glue around and then I just put the gems around that part also. Once I was done, I went ahead and put glue at the bottom of the tree, like on the wire, and I placed it on top of the gems, and then I just kind of like pressed it down and flattened the rings or the wire around the tree down onto the gems. I hope that makes sense. I did place more of the gems inside of the little bowl, and then I put hot glue around the inner part of the candle holder, and you'll see what I'll do. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it upside down and glue it on top of the bowl and just press it down nice and tight. That's it for this one. I did want to add some string lights to it, but I couldn't hide the battery pack anywhere. It was really much too bulky for it. For this next one, you're going to want to take some greenery bouquets. These are from spring that I've had laying around, and then also 2 of these stars and 2 frames. These are leftover frames I had from some mirrors that I used for a different project. So what I did is I took my brilliant silver spray paint and then also this matte aqua spray paint. Did go ahead and spray paint the frames in the aqua color, which I really like. And then I also got the stars and I spray painted them in silver. These come in rose gold and gold. I could not find any silver ones, so I spray painted them. And then all I did was take some hot glue, and mostly I put the hot glue on the sides of the stars, and I went ahead and glued them down to the frame. I wasn't originally going to show you this one because it was super simple, but you know what? It's a DIY and I'm sure you guys would enjoy it. And so I also took my little greenery stems and I glued them down to the frame and behind the star. That's where I glued the stem. And then I also did put some glue right on that edge right there to hold it down. And that's pretty much it for this one. For the next DIY, I will be using some Totally Dazzled bling wrap in silver. And then also I have these round foams from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 2. I'm only going to be using 1. And then also one of these glass candle holders. My acrylic paint, or I'm sorry, my brilliant silver paint also. And then I am using a skewer that I spray painted in the silver color. I also spray painted the floral foam. I forgot to tell you guys that. And then I also will be using some of this blingy ribbon, silver encrusted, whatever it is. So I'm going to take this skewer and I'm going to make a hole right in the center of the floral foam. I'll be putting some hot glue around my candle holder and then placing it down on top of the center of the floral foam. Whew, sorry guys. So now I'm going to put some hot glue in that hole that I made with the skewer, and then also at the bottom of the skewer, the flat part of the skewer. I'm going to press it all the way down into the inside of the candle holder, and then I will also be putting some hot glue around that spot right there. And I'm going to be taking some strips of that bling wrap. I use 16 strips. So I know you guys, if you saw my last DIY where I made that tall faux Christmas tree with the Totally Dazzled bling wrap, I'm doing the exact same thing but in a miniature size and obviously different supplies. So what I did is I took one end of the strip of the bling wrap and I glued it to the top of the skewer, and then I glued one across that, and then I went like that all the way around. And once 4 of my pieces were glued down, I went ahead and started gluing the bottom piece to the foam, and just make sure that the top is really nice and dry, because if it's not, they will start sliding down and your pieces will be off, like in different levels. So after my first 4 pieces were down, if you can see in the center, I'm going to go ahead and put 3 strips in between those 2 strips, if that makes sense. So 3 on each end, total of 16 strips. And then once that was all glued, I went ahead and took some of that ribbon and I just glued it around the top to cover that mess of strips that are just glued down on top of each other. And I was originally gonna make a little bow out of that ribbon and put it on the top, but I decided to take a Totally Dazzled brooch that it looks like a little snowflake, and I just put it as the topper, and it looks so cute. And really the final touch on this, actually not really, I'll show you the final touch. I went ahead and took that piece of ribbon and I just glued it all the way around the foam. That way it covered the foam and also the strips of the bling wrap, and I cut any edges from the bottom also of the bling wrap. And my final touch, I did decide to add some string lights on this one, so I just went ahead and took one of them, you can find them at the Dollar Tree also, wrapped it all around, and then I glued the battery pack to the bottom. So this is it for my 3 DIYs, you guys. This is probably not the final resting place for these. I am going to be doing a decorate with me for Christmas, so stay tuned for that. Let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite, and then also if you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave me a thumbs up. Other than that, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.